Egypt's former Prime Minister Ahmed Shafiq will not compete in this year's presidential election, and it's likely to be dominated by the incumbent Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Well, for more on that, let's join CGTN's Adel El-Mahrouhi in Cairo. Adel, the formal electoral process in Egypt is starting now. What more can you tell us about it?
Well, today will be the first step in the procedures to start the presidential election. The Elections Committee today will announce the schedule and the regulations and the requirements of the presidential candidates in the upcoming race. Later today, all the details about how many signatures of support does each candidate require to become a presidential candidate, what is the geographic distribution of such signatures, and the time frame. What is the time frame, the deadline for candidates to apply, and also when is the voting expected. So the general framework of the election will start today, and it comes at a time where President el-Sisi has issued the executive order, 10 main regulatory articles that specify the power and the authority of the Elections Committee.
And Adel, former Prime Minister Ahmed Shafiq has already pulled out of the 2018 presidential race. Who's likely to be in the running besides incumbent President Sisi? Or do you think it'll be a repeat of 2014 with an easy victory for Sisi?
Well, this is the expectations if President el-Sisi confirms his candidacy. Of course, he is highly expected to continue for and run for his second term. However, officially, he has not given the official announcement yet. Ahmed Shafiq, the former prime minister and also the 2012 presidential candidate and the runner-up to the Muslim Brotherhood's President Mohammed Morsi, after announcing that he will go through the presidential race, citing and critically attacking the government's policies and the government's tackling specific issues like security. Just yesterday, he made an announcement through his official Twitter account, through which he said that after revising the current situation in Egypt and the threat of terrorism and the security situation, he decided not to run, which leaves only Khalid Ali as the only one who officially announced his candidacy. Khalid Ali is an activist lawyer. He also ran in the 2012 presidential elections that former Prime Minister Shafiq and Morsi ran to, but he was knocked out at a very early stage with about 200,000 votes. So Khalid Ali is so far Sisi's only opponent. At least he has a campaign. He announced it. There is also another candidate from former President Anwar al-Sadat's family. Mohammed al-Sadat was a former parliament member, and he was fired from the parliament because of his critical judgments and requirements within. There was a complicated political conflict that has kicked him out of the parliament. But both are not by any mean cannot be compared to the popularity or the strength of President el-Sisi once he confirms his candidacy for 2018.
And Adel, finally, what issues do you think are likely to dominate in the election campaign?
Definitely security is on top probably of anyone. If it's President el-Sisi, it will be to continue the security threat and the fight against terrorism that the country has declared and has been going on for the 4 years of his first term. The North Sinai instability and the insurgency there remains a critical issue. It will also be the points of attack against President el-Sisi from his rivals in the race. So definitely this will be one of the major topics to be discussed. Also economy. Egyptians have suffered tremendously in the past years particularly during the past year 2017, when the government decided to devaluate the Egyptian pound. The economic situation has been harsh on the majority of Egyptians, a country that mostly is composed of a cluster of society. Around 50% of it, maybe more, are under the international poverty line. So this is also another key challenge that will definitely be on the agenda of any presidential candidate who will be running in 2018. All in all, these two are the main files. Regional threats, of course, will come next, but when it comes to the main issues that concern Egyptians, this is basically it. Economy, subsidies reform, and internal security are definitely on top of anyone's list who will be thinking to run in 2018.
Okay, Adel, thank you for that update. That was CGTN's Adel El Marouhi there in Cairo on the Egyptian elections.